some reason, you're listening to Hoppothetically. Enjoy. Welcome back to Hoppothetically. This is episode 24. We have a very, very special guest today, Mantha. Hi, Miss Mantha.
Hi, Nicholas. Hi, Nathan.
Mantha, she doesn't have credits like our other guests. She really slept her way onto this podcast. But we don't judge for that on Hoppothetically. Anyway, like every episode, we like to give the guests a chance to get to know Nathan. So, Mantha, do you have any mean stuff you want to say to Nathan to kind of get to know him so it's not awkward?
I'd like to start off by saying that if there's one thing I hate more than life itself, it's listening to the two of you talk. That's why I've never listened to an episode of this podcast, because listening to the two of you debate chat is excruciating.
Mantha, you're both to make fun of me, not the premise of what we do.
I'm getting there. Thank you.
There's a preamble to it.
I wanted an opportunity to introduce myself and my relationship with the podcast, which is that I think, podcast aside, just listening to the two of you talk in your everyday life is excruciating and very circular.
Nathan, she's saying you're very circular.
Oh, it's a fat joke. That was way better. I thought she was hurting the integrity of what we do. That was
no. She loves the podcast. I think we're both misunderstanding. She's just saying you're fat. Great pod. Is that right, man?
No, but if anyone has any questions, just DM me on Instagram. So usually I listen to this podcast, or you guys record this podcast while I sleep on the couch. And I was excited for this segment where I get to meet Nathan. So I wrote a few things down just to give you some options to play with. I think, and I didn't have this one beforehand, but first things first, your room is disgusting. I cannot believe you actually have a girl in your room at the moment.
It's all her stuff. I don't even want to.
Okay, yeah, the bed not made is her stuff. Great. Okay, next.
And that was just off the cuff.
Yeah, that wasn't even on the list.
Incredible.
Exactly. You seem like you'd be really bad at making sushi and bechamel sauce specifically.
I've been practicing.
You just don't seem like the type. You seem like you would shop at Old Navy unironically. That's all I got there.
Do you shop anywhere, Nathan?
I haven't bought. This shirt is when I was really fat. I haven't bought clothes in.
Yeah, we can tell.
I don't think I've ever actually purchased clothes for me.
How are your teeth?
I mean, not ideal. Not ideal.
That was my guess. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
We'll move on. Are you a sports guy? I could tell.
Okay.
And then you're dyslexic.
Is there anything specific with that, or is it just that I am dyslexic?
So you admit it?
Yeah, you are right that I am in fact dyslexic.
That's all.
So you guys, do you feel like you are acquainted with each other now?
I'm hurt. If that's anything.
That was the most. Usually, it takes a lot to get the guest to say something mean about you. But it's nice. It's nice that Mantha came ready for the. I mean, she said she doesn't listen to the podcast, but it feels like she came pretty prepared for this one.
It feels like a ringer.
I have a list of mean things to say to Nathan, and I got to check them off as I went.
Yeah, you did it.
What if we just don't do the episode?
I'm ready to do podcasting now. So you are now in charge at the end of every year. There's for all the extra toe stubs that were supposed to happen, you get to divvy out who has to stub their toe. How do you divvy this out?
I think, honestly, the moral thing to do, and it is a tough choice, but what you would do for the good of society is you would pick one person and you would give them all the toe stubs for the whole year. Every moment would just be stubbing their toe. They would stub their toe and then they would reel from the pain of stubbing their toe, only to stub their toe again.
Isn't that the answer? Would you have the heart to do it if you had to do it?
I just magically make their toes get stubbed, or I have to stub their toe.
You have to go into
with
their home.
A golf club. Just
you have to do it, and he just keeps going. Why? And you're like, someone has to have them.
I would tell him that he only has half of the toe stubs. So that way, when we got to the halfway point, he's like, oh my God, we're almost done. But then it turns out it's all the toe stub. But I would keep lying. I would say, no, sorry, I was mistaken. You actually get 75% of the toe stub. So he'd be like, no, darn, but 3/4 of the way there.
And you just keep doing that?
Yeah.
What would you do, Mantha?
I feel like the first thing I thought of was to give it to somebody heinous, almost like
a crime.
No, it's not heinously. Just how it's oh, who would you kill in history? And you say Hitler or whatever. It's oh, who would you give all the toe stubs to? And you want to say Putin or something, but would that make him more angry? We were nuked 5 days ago.
Yeah. Would you want to give it to someone who has the
if you're worried about him taking Ukraine before the 200 toe stubs, think about it afterwards.
Wait until he gets all the toe stubs.
Would you guys rather have 10 toe stubs a day or mega toe stub.
What is a mega? This is like the mega pint thing. What is a mega toe stub?
It's like a good one. Like you full on like a cinder block.
Oh, you like, dude, today Nora was talking to me and distracted me from my walking, and I was wearing sandals, and I accidentally walked into the side of the road, how it goes, there's like a lip, like concrete.
People have lips.
A curb, yes.
Yeah. I hit ice. I kicked the curb as if I was like when I was walking, and it stubbed and cut all of my toes at the same time.
I think this is the perfect example of like why I hate listening to you guys talk, because you just blamed Nor for tripping on a curb.
No, she distracted me.
You from with talking.
Yeah, she wouldn't help me carry the groceries in.
And she was yammering, saying all this stuff about her day. Like, she was all like, hey, I'm about to throw up. And it was like, I am walking. I don't have it quite down yet, and I need all my focus.
You're holding two bags of groceries, and she's talking, so you trip. That's asinine.
I didn't trip. I slammed my foot into the curb and stubbed and cut all. And then I was like, I think my toes may be bleeding. And she just went, no, they aren't. And then just kept walking.
Were they?
No, I mean, it felt like they weren't.
Do you guys feel like when you stub your toe, there's like you stub it and there's like a 3-second period where the pain doesn't hit you yet. And you're like, maybe I'm immune now. Like maybe it's okay. And then it isn't okay.
No, I think you're stupid.
Oh, you think I stub my toe and I like don't get it?
Yeah, you're like, I don't know.
What is this sensation?
What is going on? And then after like 3 seconds, you're like, oh,
I'm just like, Mom, someone.
You're like, when children get hurt, they have like a little delay before they start crying. You never got past that. Yeah, you never got past. Everyone else did.
Did you guys used to call for your mom after bad dreams? Really? I did it every time. Even after just like not like weird dreams. I'd be like, Mom, and she'd come in and I would tell her the dream and she'd be like, that doesn't sound that bad. I was like, no, I mean, it was just weird.
Kids yelling for their mom has to be the most annoying sound.
I think what's even worse is that she had to get woken up and called in, just like, what is going on? And then it would not only wasn't an emergency, it was just someone describing their dream.
It wasn't even a fake emergency.
So annoying.
She was like a working woman.
Do you think you owe her reparations for that? And
no, but now I think she has like probably dementia now because she hasn't slept, and like it wasn't all my fault, but I was definitely a contributor, I would say.
But like if you had to pay an amount to remedy that situation,
it would probably be a high. I mean, if you like, I guess you could calculate it by saying how much money would someone have to pay you to wake you up in the middle of the night and tell you their dream?
Mm-hmm.
I bet it would be like
a lot,
$100 a night or something, right?
Yeah, no, dude, way better. Yeah, something way higher every night. You don't love them. You don't even really like them.
$100 a night though.
You would do it for $100 a night?
Paying your rent.
How far I had to go, but if I'm just going like, steps down the hall.
I mean, if you want them to sleep in your house, if you don't want
steps
them
down
to do
the hall,
that,
they don't just start telling you their dreams. They have to stop crying first. So
yeah,
you have to watch them go like,
yeah, but like, how long am I in the room?
First they're crying and then they start telling you the dream, but then they can't remember a part that they really wanted to tell you. They're like, okay, so I was filling up a pool, but then there were police there, but I don't remember why. And then there was like,
this is like almost as annoying as like when it actually happened. Can we move on?
Then everything was fine. Anyway, to your question, I mean, I think it's one of those where it's just the obvious answer is like someone bad or bad people. And I think had you thought about your question, even for a moment when you wrote it, you would have realized that that's the only answer. Nathan, you didn't answer.
I mean, I was going to pick someone else. I had like a whole thing, but after the Mantha thing, I stubbed Mantha. Yeah, wow. Just pick Mantha. I wouldn't even, this is unnecessary. Yeah, that really hurt my feelings, and it hurt my feelings so much. I would
pick Mantha, and I'm also canceling my trip to the beach with the family. And
not only that, I wouldn't even do it all at once. I would do a few every month, and I'd let her believe that like this month I stubbed someone else's toe. I'd get her to believe that. I'd do fake toe stubbings in front of her so she thought she was safe, and then I would.
You're literally the worst liar I've ever met in my life. Like I wouldn't fall for that for a second.
You don't think you would do? You don't think you believe me?
You're a terrible liar.
I'm a good liar.
Lie to us right now. 2 truths and a lie. No, tell us 10 truths and 20 lies, and make them fast, and we'll go when we think it's a lie.
I'm not doing that. Just
it's a lie because you are doing it. The next segment: 10 truths and 20 lies with Nathan Hopping.
Nick, what's your question?
You're gonna pitch me a show, okay?
So we're doing all the work in this one.
Pitch me a show. I have the title. It's a reality show. It's like a dating reality show. And it's instead of Love is Blind, it's Love is Meth. And it's only contestants who are very addicted to meth. And well, how would we start? First of all, is there meth? Does someone have meth for these people?
I think how you do it is you would do exactly what you did with Love is Blind, where there's that mirror, but on one side it's a person, on the other side it's meth. And then at the end, when it's the reveal, everybody's excited. Everyone's like, this is exactly who I thought you were. Meth.
I think if no one had meth, they were all just addicted to meth, all the conversations would be like, you got a meth hookup? And they're like, no, do you? Do you want to get married? Shut up.
I feel like I'm too into dating shows to like.
Well, that's why I thought it'd be a good question.
Yeah, it's a dating show related question.
I feel like I have like actual answers though for like how I think this show could work.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Yeah. Yeah, that's better than what I said.
Okay, like so Vanessa and Nick Lachey still host it. He comes in, he's like, I'm obviously Nick Lachey because that's what he did in Love Is Blind both times. And everyone's like, no one fucking knows who you are. Stop acting like that's obvious.
Is he on meth?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Is he like, I'm fucking Nick Lachey, bitch?
No, but maybe the other members of his band could be.
He comes in trying to say I'm Nick Lachey, and then his band cuts him off being like, this guy's Nick Lachey.
I think there's a few ways this could work. I think if you get two meth addicts in the pods and like they did not actively have meth, it could be toxic for a second, but it could also serve as a really intense, like they call it a withdrawal session where they're both like just kind of fighting for their lives during their withdrawal, but through that they bond over it.
You just
And
watch
then,
them like
if that doesn't
shitting
happen-
their pants and like having the shakes and throwing. Oh.
Yeah, but like it's the goal, love. What's the goal?
The two of them agree to get married.
Like I came into this thinking the only thing I loved was meth, and I realized that's the case. All I love is meth.
I think there's also a way you could do it where like the reveal is the door is open and it's an intervention.
Oh, that would suck. You think you're gonna get meth and your new wife, but you get your family and they're disappointed in you?
No, they're not disappointed in you. They're there because they love you.
Do they at least have
Set up
meth?
for the show, baby. I don't know, maybe in the green rooms. They always
That'd
have
be
those
fun.
like silver cups that they're carrying around. Maybe those have meth in them.
That'd be
Maybe they
fun.
have like silver needles so you can't figure out like when they change their meth.
That'd be exciting.
Maybe the show could be structured like one person doesn't have any meth but wants the meth, and then the other person does have meth but doesn't do meth, you see? And so then the person who wants the meth has to sex acts for money on random people in the street and then give the meth person money.
You always make it gross. Why do you always make it gross?
It's just regular. They just become a prostitute, like in real life. It's just real life, I think. And then the other dramatic twist for the show is that they sleep in the park.
So what are we paying Nick Lachey and Vanessa for?
Yeah, are they just announcing?
$100 million. Literally, they're
like,
just.
why are we paying them? Like, what role do they play?
We just narrate what's happening in this meth prostitute's
Are you
life.
just filming homeless people? Is that the end all? We just find.
You know what? Actually, how about this? Scratch that. Love is meth. It's Love is Blind, but you are slowly giving people meth without their knowledge.
Do they still? Is this a game show about love, or is this at this point just about the meth?
All right. How about this? Remember that show that was like Love on the Spectrum? It's Love on the Spectrum. Only one person's on the spectrum, and everybody else isn't on the spectrum.
I don't like this. I don't like. Can we switch questions? I don't like.
What about Love is Amputees?
Yeah, that would be a show. It would be pretty much the same, except they'd be amputees. Probably have more less stairs.
They wouldn't even have to worry about having them divided with those things because it's like they can't get to each other, you know?
I don't think that's.
Of course they could.
Yeah, they could figure it out.
Tons of people move around without extra.
That would be the whole game. It's like you can marry this amazing lady, but she's way over there. All right, what about a combination of Love is Blind and The Biggest Loser? So it's Love is really fat. And
that's the show that we all want, and that's what's so frustrating is like that's the show we thought we were getting, but then they just keep booking hotties, and then they book like two overweight people on the most recent season. They introduce them once, never show them again. Almost worse.
I did notice that with Love is Blind, they're all really hot, and it's like the blind part is pointless.
Right. So we wanted some overweight people. We wanted like some people in wheelchairs. Like we wanted the diversity to see is love really blind? But if Love is Blind, but they're all just hot, who cares?
Yeah, but if not to be mean, but if you found out that they only got
there was like one hottie and then all fatties.
Yeah, if you knew you were like kind of attractive and you got on the show, you'd be like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. You think it'd be better if they blinded the contestants?
Yeah, they're like, I found love, but I am no longer able to do my job.
I went through a major life change.
Yeah, I have been fired. I'm on disability, but that runs out. I don't qualify for Medicaid.
I think the toughest part is when they finish, they'll be like, how do we get home? It's like, you drove here. So
my wife is in a similar situation. Our medical bills are insane. All right. What about Love Isn't Meth? It's just a sincere dare sort of program where they go in and tell you about how meth is bad for your dating life. What about Love is Seth? And like Seth is, he's just like fine. He's like a normal dude. But the game is called Love is Seth. So you have to fall in love with Seth to win. But he's really nothing special. He's like, I'm Seth.
That's just
like,
The Bachelor with a guy named Seth.
Well, there's a door at the end. They do a reveal.
Everyone on the show's name is Seth, and they're not gay. But the game is you have to fall in love with Seth. You know, it's called Love is Seth and not Seth. Love is Seth's and not Seth. 40.
I get that you're just like putting things out there, just like say them, but this is like so boring. I want to kill myself.
Can I finish, please? Love is Seth, not Seth. 40 men named Seth, all straight, all married. You win $15,000 if you leave your life with your spouse, with your wife and kids, and fall in love with another man. And you need to make them. They're all.
And they're
married.
not gay.
None of them are gay. They're all married. They're all in their 50s.
You can be married and gay.
I feel like this is like we find Seths who are financially unstable and really need that money.
No, they're all doing really good, and you win $15,000 if you leave your family and convince another Seth to leave their family, and you become Love is Seths. Now you guys talk.
I don't think this concept is making it past testing.
You guys are the producers. Give me notes.
Give me notes.
Who does project? Who hired this guy?
Yeah, there's
Maybe
not
we'll put it on NBC.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is no notes.
I mean, I just want more Seth. That's
more like 50 or 60 Seths.
Yeah, I want more.
No one
you know
is named Seth.
Some people are named Seth. Is that your big problem with it?
Yeah,
You're like, I've never met a Seth. Are people going to relate to this Seth thing?
Seth is also a name where like you can't you say it one too many times, as we have, and it's one of those words that loses its meaning.
If you're worried about it, it could be a long-term thing where we start paying people to name their children Seth if we think the babies are straight so they can be on the game show. And then we let them age and mature, and then we put them on Love is Seth.
How do you tell if their babies are straight?
I know
the answer, but I want to see if you get it.
That'd be so funny if they're like, if you pay like
Science?
a woman to name her baby Seth, and then it's like, sorry, this baby is too gay.
You know how you find out if a baby's gay is you see how they breastfeed. Because straight babies, when they breastfeed, they go, "Oh yeah."
It's their mom.
And then when they figure out it's their mom, they go, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Is that what you guys did to your mom?
Yeah, but if we were gay, we would have sucked our dads. All right, I feel like we're podcasting now, boys. What if it was all Seths?
No.
All Seths and wait. Let me finish.
No, we're done. You sucking your dad's dick is the end.
I'm not gay.
Cool. I don't care. We're done. That's it.
Wait, what if it was all Seths and one Andy?
No,
but he's pretending to be a Seth. So wait, it's two Seths have to get together.
No,
but there's one secret Andy.
We gave you the notes. We wanted more Seths. Nobody wants Andy.
One secret Andy. If you accidentally marry the Andy, you don't win any money. You just left your wife and your kids for nothing. What are you doing on your computer, man? She's literally on Pinterest right now. I can see it from here.
I'm on Amazon. This concept is boring. I told you that a while ago.
Mantha's online shopping while I am dancing for my life here.
Fuck, marry, kill. But we're going to do it with awkward childhood scenarios. So we have peeing your pants in public, calling your teacher mommy, or having to call a distant relative on a holiday.
What is the fuck in this situation?
I would fuck my distant relative on a holiday.
No,
could I?
Is that what you're saying?
I would fuck a younger me that has peed his pants in public.
If it is 4th of July, I would fuck my cousin. They're just never in town.
Yeah,
is that what you're asking?
The opportunity. Yeah,
I appreciate the grounded nature of your question. Yes, I would fuck my cousin if they were in town on the 4th of July or Arbor Day.
Well, good for you doing Arbor
trees,
Day,
baby.
No, it's more about the emotion that you get out of it.
Mantha's asking which of your cousins you would have sex with. That's what.
No, it's more just like the emotion that comes out of it. Like clearly, I would want to like kill having to call a distant relative, but like fuck the idea of like calling your teacher mommy. You know,
you did call her mommy, so it would make sense you'd want to.
I actually called a friend's mom.
And it's awful, isn't it?
It has defined all of my sexual kinks and preferences from that day on.
No, it's about the feeling that comes out of fuck, marry, kill. It's not about actually like killing, marrying, or having an intercourse with. It's the idea of it, or the emotion that you get from those things.
Which one of them makes you go like, and which other one of them makes you go like, ah. And which one of them makes you go like, that one's killing.
Exactly.
Actually, instead of that, it's like, I'm going to kill you, you dumb fucking bitch. Like that. Peeing your pants is also kind of sexy.
Yeah.
It's like, uh-oh.
I would say marry
wait.
that one.
You would
The
marry
mommy-
peeing your pants?
You would do that one?
Yeah.
Like that means you want to like consistently have that as part of your life over the other two. Clearly you would marry calling your distant relative because, you know, you call a distant relative enough, they're not so distant. Now you're just calling a friend and everybody needs more friends. I like this new wholesome spin on the podcast. I'm going to stick with that. This is going to be the new wholesome hypothetically.
And then wait, for the mommy one, did I play it off well after it or no?
You
That's
accidentally
if you're,
called
like,
her mommy
kid.
again. You went, I'm
No,
sorry,
'cause you're,
mommy.
Like a little kid, so like you don't do it well. You're just like, no, I didn't do it.
Oh, I was thinking this was in high school. I was like
Yeah.
18. And it was a male teacher. It was Mr. Odell. Hi, mommy. He went, what the fuck? Man's on her phone again.
I'm getting rid of my question.
You were
I
you
don't
actually
know, I
going to
like
say it again?
I like to check things off as I go.
I mean, I do that too, actually.
You guys both would do great on Love is on the Spectrum, whatever the fuck. So wait. My answer would be obviously marry the distant relative one, and then also establish that I'm a sweet, wholesome guy. Fuck the mommy one, kill the peeing one. I think that's like the objectively right answer.
No. I would marry the peeing one, fuck the mommy one, and kill the cousin one.
What does that mean?
I
You
agree.
get the warm fuzzies and you would want to like pee your pants a lot?
No, there's like a comfort in peeing your pants that people aren't willing to admit. Like it's
I won't
warm and
agree
it's
with
safe.
that.
No, you don't think it's warm?
It's just like not that bad.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It gets cold.
Well, you can change your
Just
pants,
like every marriage over time. But there's a good period when it's nice and warm and
Wow.
comfortable. It's
That's beautiful.
It's perfect, yeah. And you're like, this is the best. I wish I could do this forever.
Having to call a distant relative is the worst. So like when your parents are on the phone with them and then you have to be like, Merry Christmas, Grandma.
Your distant relative is your grandma?
That is not a
Oh
distant
my
relative.
god.
We weren't close with our extended family.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was thinking like second cousin.
No.
All right, fuck Mary
Calling your
Kill.
sister is tough.
Fuck Mary Kill, sharding, pooping your pants a considerable amount, full-blown diarrhea in your pants.
No, I refuse. I'm tired of you being so disgusting.
Oh,
Back
I'm
to
sorry.
the wholesome podcast.
All right, fuck Mary Kill,
You're just gonna do something with like cum now.
a
Just move on.
gentle hug with
Jesus.
with your dad wearing a sweater, petting 11 dogs, or a baby's first word. Which of those do you fuck?
I don't like that
killing
there.
the baby.
You're killing the baby.
Yeah, I don't like that there's fucking and killing involved with babies.
Which
and
of those
dogs.
things do you
I don't
fuck
like-
your dad, a bunch of dogs, or a baby who just now learned to speak?
It's not. You're not literally fucking the baby or the dog or your dad. It's just the idea that it
Yeah, but
gives
you said you would kill the baby.
I know
So
what the
you meant
baby's second
literally.
words are going to be, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what I mean either. I'm podcasting. You just shoot from the hip. Bang, bang. So which would you guys do? Chart,
No.
a little bit of poop, or a lot of poop?
What
I'm not
about the
answering.
one?
Wait, what about the second one? What about the three wholesome ones? Or we could combine them. Chart, no. Full-blown diarrhea in your pants, hugging your sweatered dad.
Oh wait, are these combined?
Yeah. So you shart and then hug your dad. Full-blown diarrhea in your pants, baby's first words, a moderate amount of
This
poop
episode's
while
gonna
petting a
suck.
bunch of dogs. Fuck, marry, kill.
I got about 20 more minutes before I'm hanging up this call.
No, we got so many more. We've only done 3 questions.
Yeah, we haven't done anything.
Move through them.
Okay.
You would stop saying dumb shit.
That's the podcast. You should have listened to the podcast.